And joining us now is Mary Johnson. Mary, thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Of
It's nice
course,
to be here.
let's talk about your dad, Frank Edwards. A big day coming up for him on Saturday. Give me a sense, though, before we get into that event and why that's special. Give me a sense of who he is and a little bit about his time at Rocky and his love of baseball.
Sure. Dad is a lifelong resident of Rock Island. Was here, graduate of Notre Dame, and went to law school at Champaign, Urbana-Champaign, but otherwise has been here. And then there was a short stint in the Army as well. Um, And as long as like the stories that go back to when he was growing up, baseball and sports has always been a big part. There were stories that he's much younger than his older siblings. And he used to like lay out the ball field at camp so that his brothers could bring in their friends and play ball. And that's how he was included in that. But grew up, playing sports, Audubon, Washington, Rocky, like educated in the Rock Island Public Schools. The law firm was in Rock Island for most of his career. Um, and yeah, just always been a big supporter of Rock Island, the town, and the public school system. Four of the six of us kids went through the Rock Island schools. Liz and Tom went to Alleman for high school, but otherwise went through the schools. So just has always been very involved here and has, through his time in the schools, made lifelong friends. There is a group of them who get together every year from the class of 49. But a lot of those friendships go back to his days at Audubon. So it was, and they're people we grew up surrounded by, Dick Hinkey and Clay Daubert and Don Ballinger, and just a whole group of people that I could rattle off who were just, they were a crowd in high school and they remained very good friends throughout their lives.
Let's talk a little bit about Saturday. At this point, he is the oldest living Rock Island high school baseball player, and he's getting to throw out the first pitch on Saturday.
Yes,
Um,
indeed.
how is he feeling about this?
I think he's very excited. It's fun. He played for the baseball team senior year. He played football the other years, and there used to be a spring football season. But then senior year, he and one of his buddies, Jim Swift, joined the baseball team. Dad played second. I think Jim played either third or shortstop. And they had a great time. I guess they had a pretty good season. And so I think that he is excited to be part of the team again for the day, and to see the new Rocks kick off their season, because he does continue to read the paper every day to follow the sports scores. And every Sunday night we get an email that outlines all of the sports scores from Rock Island and Alleman. So we keep on touch on how the sports teams are doing.
That's awesome. Has he been practicing and did I hear something that maybe he pulled out an old glove to kind of get back into the groove of things?
Yes, indeed. So he's not going to use the glove that he had from high school, but he still has it. I don't think anyone in modern times would recognize it as a glove, quite honestly. And we have been out, Liz and I have both been out playing catch with him a little bit. We both played softball as kids in the Rock Island Youth Rec League. So although our arms are not as good as his is.
Which is saying something. At 92 years old.
Yeah.
The family's kind of making this a little bit of a surprise. I don't want you to necessarily give it away, but can you give us a sense of this is not just something he's doing, the whole family's kind of involved with this.
Yeah, so David Sebin, who works at Rocky and is the historian, has written a couple of books about Rock Island High School and athletes there. He's the one who asked Dad to do this, and then he posted it on Facebook, and a whole lot of cousins, because Dad was from a big family, a whole lot of cousins reached out. So I think that we're going to have a much bigger rooting section than he's expecting, certainly. So yeah, I think it'll be a great time.
What do you hope this means for maybe some of the young athletes who are there who maybe, they don't know who he is and they're seeing him and hearing about him for the first time and or maybe they do, I don't know. I don't want to assume anything, but what do you hope it means for them?
Yeah, my guess would be no. 1949 was a long time ago. But I think that, uh, his love of the game shows through. And I think most baseball players play because of the love of the game, especially in high school. And it's actually Coach Sutter is the son of one of a friend of mine from Audubon. So when I was in elementary school, so it's like a full circle thing. But yeah, so there'll be a lot of family. He loves being around athletes. And I think it'll just be fun for them. I think he's a little bit nervous, but it'll all go well.
I'm sure he has a better arm than most of us. Mary Johnson, thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us. Have a great time on Saturday.
Thank you, John. Nice to talk with you.